you can't say he's not good enough. You can't also say it's not a well-deserved nomination. But if you think it's undeserved, then watch this. A player, that's for me, it's amazing. Super Eagles winger Ademola Lookman has made the 30-man shortlist nominees for the 2024 Ballon d'Or award. Look, he's a very good player. Lookman has been selected among world-class players like Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. in a list unveiled by the organizers on Wednesday yesterday. Now, the Atalanta forward made headlines around the world after he scored a remarkable hat-trick as the Serie A side beat Bayer Leverkusen 3-0 in the Europa League final. Lookman also shown for the big name for the Super Eagles for the Afcon earlier this year, scoring 3 goals as Nigeria finished runners-up behind host side Ivory Coast. Last year, his international teammate Victor Osimhen finished 8th place in the Ballon d'Or ranking. Lookman was linked with Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain this summer, but ended up staying with Atalanta. A first ever but richly deserved Ballon d'Or nomination has given Ademola Lookman a head start to be named CAF Player of the Year for 2024. He is the only African on the 30-man list shortlisted for the prestigious individual award. I must tell you, Lookman's exceptional performance last season propelled him into ranks of football elite, earning him a well-deserved spot on the shortlist of the, talk about sports most competitive individual award. The Ballon d'Or, the Nigerian star remarkable consistency, both for club and country, has not gone unnoticed. That was why we needed to bring you that clip. Last season, Lookman played a pivotal role for Atalanta, delivering a standout hat-trick that single-handedly secured the Europa League for title side Gianpiero Gasparini's men, and the defeat would not be forgotten. It's a story, a lot of talk that people will have to look in back and say, yes, this story is good. On the international stage, I must tell you, his impressive scoring goals, he scored 3 crucial goals and providing an assist and helped the Super Eagles advance to the final of the Africa Cup of Nations back in 2024, and then under the guidance of my friend Jose Pesero. This extraordinary contribution has led many to consider Lookman a strong contender for next African Football of the Year award in this, talk about the Ballon d'Or nomination for the solidified. Now, before we leave that one, well said, well deserved for me. What about you? Do you think Ademola Lookman deserves to be in that position? Let me let you know, please. I would love to get that one where he's now among the legends of Nigeria. Now we have that picture that shows the likes of, talk about Victor Ikpeba, talk about big names, talk about Osimhen in that list. I mean, you could see that all-time Nigerian men's Ballon d'Or nominees. As at 1995, we had Finidi George, we had Daniel Amokachi, we had Austin Okocha. That's how good Nigerian football is, and that's how we were structured at that point. 95, the Ballon d'Or was won by George Weah. But then, this man you have the screen, that's Finidi George. That's why when I talk about Finidi, people don't even understand. Finidi is a very big player. At that point, he was the best number 7 in the world in 1995. What about Amokachi? He came so close. What about that man, Austin Okocha? 95, he was at Frankfurt. We did so well. Now, away from those guys, then 99, 99, we had Kanu Wankwo. I will not forget the Olympic in a hurry. And as at 1999, Kanu Wankwo got to be nominated for the Ballon d'Or. Even though he did not win, he won the CAF Best. And that's great to see. So why would this man not win it? Now, moving on again, as of 1997, we had one man, Victor Ikpeba. Was great, the Prince of Monaco then. Then 1998, we had, Sunday Olise. And it was great. We were not done after a long time. The Ballon d'Or, no Nigerian player got close till Victor Osimhen stepped in. And that man made it for last time, the number 8. And this time, the number 30 list, 1 to 30, our own very Ademola Lookman. We should even learn to celebrate our people. But anyways, a warm welcome to you. Feels so great to have you join us. It's the Sports Republic Show with your host. My name is Kizzy K. Yes, you already know we are Voice of the People TV. Please, can we talk about Victor Osimhen now before we get down to our top point of the day? You need to know Victor Osimhen was announced in a grand style. So sweet to see. Enjoy this Osimhen's announcement video. Okay, you see that we are the best. Victor Osimhen, he's now made a move to Galatasaray. Let me tell you, Victor Osimhen secures 10.6 billion naira. That's a big one. 10.6 billion naira annual salary with Galatasaray. The Nigerian Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen is set to earn a whopping €6 million net salary for the 24-25 season after joining our Turkish side Super League club side Galatasaray on a season-long loan from Napoli. The deal was announced by Galatasaray Wednesday, and that means that Victor Osimhen will now pocket around €115,000. That's a week after task during his one-year stint in Turkey. Now, Galatasaray also confirmed that the agreement is an official statement revealing that Osimhen transfer was secured without a fee. The 24-year-old who was presently crowned African Footballer of the Year will don the number, and that's a great one. You'll be wearing that jersey number 45, for the Turkish side. But I'll tell you that agreement has been reached with professional footballers. Talk about football player Victor Osimhen himself. So his full name is Victor James Osimhen, and his club Napoli, for the temporary transfer on that fee. Now, the football player will be paid a net seasonal salary of €6,000 for the 2024-25 season, just one season. It's a well-respected announcement, and we saw that by the, talk about the Turkish side. The statement reads, Osimhen's move to Turkey brings an end to a protracted transfer saga involving Chelsea and Saudi Arabia Al Ahly. Now, although, let me tell you, the loan deal with Galatasaray provides a temporary solution, with Napoli retaining an option to extend Osimhen's contract until 2027. But before we leave the Osimhen talk, a quick reminder that Victor Osimhen is set to earn a net salary of $6 million. That is naira. You talk about a naira. It is 10.6 billion naira during this just this season, this long season with Galatasaray. And I told you I like the clause, the back clause, because he can leave for January, and it means Chelsea can maybe revisit his contract and get to sign him. But I love to see that message from the Galatasaray people. The couple that say they can't speak English, can you see that on your screen? It says, how you did Nigerian people, how we did can't be. So it's not a Nigerian post, that's a post from Galatasaray. And it feels great to see that this works for me. So congratulations to Victor Osimhen, even though we have a story about him and the national team, the very big one. But let's let you know that right now, as it stands now, officially confirmed, it's done. Victor Osimhen is a profound, now a national, traditional, international, any way you want to talk about it, he's a big player now for Galatasaray. He will wear the number 45 jersey. And I must tell you, I think I did say that on my mobile as of yesterday. Talk about the way they are ready to go, the way the Galatasaray team can go. They are very much, and they've got quality team. And when I saw Osimhen, the number 45, I said, okay, he can wear this. It's not a wrong one. Victor Osimhen wore number 45 when he was at Royal Charleroi in the Belgian side. So he's good to go, and I wish him all of the best. But quickly, I'll let you know some of the way these guys are, the Galatasaray team, because they look very, very okay, and they are good to go. The likes of Mauro Icardi, a big name like Dries Mertens in the team. And I believe, yeah, why not? They can go. So let me let you know some players in that very squad so you can know that, yes, they are good to tackle any team in the Europa League. They have the man, Musera, the goalkeeper from the Uruguay side. They have the back four, Jacobs, Badalski. They have Sanchez, Sanchez from Tottenham Hotspur. They have Gillett. I'm not done. The midfield, they have Hakim Ziyech, a good player. They have also Torreira, the former Arsenal man. They have also Demirai, good player. Humans is amazing to watch. Then Mauro Icardi and then Victor Osimhen. Don't you think this works for him? Good news. Let's wish him all of the best. Also, you support Osimhen. Now, let's tell you about the NFF announcement about tickets. Please, if you're in Uyo for Saturday, I beg you, go and support our own people. Me, we be Saturday, I will just sit on fly, go there. We need to support Nigeria because the Nigerian Football Federation NFF on Thursday, that's today, announced ticket prices for the 25 Afcon qualifying games between Super Eagles and Cheetahs of Benin Republic, and it will go on sale for Friday. Now, the VIP tickets will go for 3,000 naira each. So fans who opt for the regular stands will pay 1,000 naira each. That's for Saturday. And the encounter will play at the Gosola Club International Stadium. 5 p.m. kickoff time on Saturday. Please, I beg you, don't miss that game. You know what I'm begging you? I'm begging you because we need the Super Eagles to stand out and get the results right. We need the Super Eagles to do the magic if they can, because everything at this point looks quite at stake. So they need to do us well. They need to make us believe in themselves, because 1,000 naira, I'm not talking no, it's more money. You're not even the rich again. You know how the economy just be. But then, why not? If you take it to stand just for 90 minutes, why not? Then if you want to be just big man, 3,000 naira, if you just go there, watch the Super Eagles, give them all of the support they need. This game is played at Uyo. Don't forget, some people are always saying whenever it's your team, when they get luck. I don't know what you make about that. But then we need to understand that we need to get it right and win that very game. Now, also, let's let you know about that match coming up, the bad one. I don't know if it's the bad news anyways, but Victor Osimhen out, Boniface set to lead the Super Eagles attack against Cheetahs. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Now, Victor Osimhen might miss the game against Benin Republic, as he would be late to the team camp. This will be the second meeting between both sides in 4 months, following their June encounter in World Cup qualifying match with the Cheetahs winning that very game 2-1. And then Rafael Onyedika put Nigeria ahead 3 minutes before the half-hour mark. But Benin side responded quickly when Jodel Dosu equalizing 10 minutes later, and then Steve Money scoring the second goal 3 minutes into first half stoppage time. Now, Galatasaray new striker Victor Osimhen might be absent. Yeah, that's the man you have on your screen. He just might be absent when we play Benin Republic. But the Afcon 23 player of the tournament, William Ekong, will lead the squad. Now, the striker will arrive. He's yet to arrive. Arrive late, that's the word. Arrive late. As of this morning, we had just Mandiko Koye was the latest who just joined the team. But the striker will arrive the team camp late after finalizing his transfer deal in the Turkey side. Now, Ekong missed out on June's World Cup qualifier due to injuries. Taiwo Awoniyi also, who missed the last Afcon due to injury, was absent from the June matches, and they all returned to the squad. Another bad news we have, Fenerbahce defender Bright Osayi Samuel, who withdrew from the initial selection due to injury, is also replaced by the newly signed Crawley Town defender. His name, Ace Benjamin Tanemo. Now, let's talk about this one. I really would not love to talk about this, but I just have to bring it. Eguavon lacks capacity to tinker Super Eagles. Now, let me quickly go with it. Eguavon is not experienced, but he just wants to be there. He's not good enough to handle the national team. He has failed many times. He continued must end. He has failed many times. How long must he fail Nigerians 10 times before they know that he cannot do the job? It's an unfortunate situation, and we are not putting anybody competent enough in that place. Okay, I'll tell you, these are the words of erstwhile technical director of the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF. His name is James Peter. He believes that the appointment of Austin Eguavon as the interim coach of the Super Eagles for the upcoming 2025 Afcon matches against Benin Republic and Rwanda is nothing but a wind that blows nobody any good. The veteran coach noted that. He noted, for nearly leading Nigeria to win the football, so that's a record for that man you talk about. He's noted for nearly leading Nigeria to win the football tournament at the 1991 African Games in Cairo. And that's, we say. Now, I must let you know, overtime shows incompetence, he said. He said, over time, we've seen Eguavon showing incompetence in this job. We did see that as well, and I wonder why he's still on this job. He said NFF should have looked elsewhere than naming the former KV Vokrit defender for these crucial matches. He said, we are walking on a tightrope, and I don't think Eguavon has the capacity at this stage. It's a hopeless situation. It's a bad one. And then he said this in the radio program. He said, we have wasted so much time talking back and forth about the coaches the NFF wanted to take on, and they brought Eguavon. He said it doesn't make anyone look responsible at all, because what Eguavon will do would be nothing to write home about. I don't even know. See, okay, now Peter, who himself failed woefully with the Flying Eagles at the 1993 Under-20 African Youth Championship in 1993, that was in Mauritius, described Cerezo, that's the name of Eguavon, as fondly called a serial failure. You cannot imagine a man calling his man, you're calling I don't want to say calling the maid, but he's calling Eguavon a serial failure, adding that he will not well equipped to handle. He's not well equipped to handle the team. And then he said there is no point for them to make Nigeria sad again, he advised. There's no point for them to make Nigerians sad again. Iguavon lacks capacity to think as Super Eagles squad. James Peter lambasted. SY technical director of the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, James Peter, believes the appointment Austin Iguavon, believing that Iguavon will not do well as interim coach or whichever, whether a coach or not. He said, this is a bad blow for Nigeria. I don't know if we can be talking about this at this point. Today is what, Thursday? Friday? Then Saturday is the game. Now, how do you come out and speak? I feel like this is demoralizing. This is bad for me. It's like a bad energy. If your guava is not good or good, whichever way, I think at this point they should get support. I wonder why someone is coming out to tell us that Iguavon is not this, is not that, is not this. If you don't like Iguavon, I might not be a fan of Austin Iguavon, right? But, you know, when a man is given a job, yesterday we brought that video. I don't know if you can get that clip. Yesterday, we brought it out, and Iguavon said something to the media. He said, I did not push for this job. I did not get myself on this job. And he said a word that got me reminiscing and made me happy. He said, I got the job by the grace of God. So I did not push, I did not lobby for the job. And that man, why not just give him all of the support that he needs? If Iguavon is not your friend or you don't like him, not be now you're going to talk that kind of thing. Because people don't want to hear this now. So it's like a bad energy. It's like you're trying to tell us not to even support him on Saturday. We cannot do that. He's there with Fidelis Electrical of Enugu Rangers. He's there with Daniel Ogumadede of Remo Stars. So why not give him the support that he needs for himself? Well, quickly, let's go off that one and let you know that the Afcon qualifying games comes up. And then Okoye Maduka is in camp. Ordinated goalkeeper Maduka Okoye has arrived. Super Eagles camp in Uyo ahead of this weekend clash against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. 22 players in camp now as Victor Osimhen remains the only player out of the squad for now. So don't blame Osimhen that you're not seeing Osimhen in camp. No blame him. Osimhen has been doing the talk and the transfer move. That's the reason. But meanwhile, the Super Eagles will intensify preparation for the game with another training session at the practice pitch of the Galatasaray International Stadium, Uyo, later tonight. And I must tell you that tonight's session would be behind closed doors. So we don't have the access to that one. No media, I feel like be the biggest one. One that don't close and you don't see anything. It's closed, fans cannot say it, the media cannot carry it. We know why, technical reasons, that's why it's done. But let's tell you another one now. Head coach of Benin Republic, Genetro, has named 3 players that he's scared of and 3 players that will make life difficult for them in Uyo. But let's tell you that head coach of the Benin Republic national team, Genetro, has confessed that the Cheetahs are wary of the Super Eagles ahead of their clash on Saturday. Nigeria will trade tackles with Benin Republic at the Galatasaray Stadium in Uyo on March day 1 of the qualifying campaign for the 25th African Cup of Nations. Benin will be, I'll tell you the players. Now, let me quote the German international who is doing well with Benin Republic. He said, Nigeria is not a conquered territory. Far from it. We beat Nigeria 3 months ago. They will certainly have a spirit of revenge, which can be important, and that's normal. He said this to, Benin Republic, talk about their media firm. He said, they didn't have some players who are there now. Ekong, the captain, Osimhen, who will be there this time. He wasn't there last time, and behind them, they also have contributions. Ola Aina is also there. It was a stronger team. He said, we played against a stronger team, but this time around, we are playing against a better team than the one we beat in June in Abidjan. We are wary. In addition, at home, they have the obligation to get a result now after a series of draws or even defeats. There was another chance, and then we can take it up. He said there's another change again of coach, and then we are prepared, and it's not going to be easy. But we know that the opponent that we will be playing against are very hard. It will be a difficult match, but we are preparing very well. And that's about Gannett Raw to the Super Eagles. It's a big game. It's a big time. It's a big fear. And then I begin to wonder, how can we get the result right? We are good enough to go. Boniface getting the start, not bad. Awani also, Taiwo not getting the start, not bad. See, let me even say to you, Iguavon have all the formidable attack that he wants to propel the results. The problem we always have is that we don't start well most times. But we need to take advantage of this now and start well. We need to understand that, yes, we are Nigerians. We are playing on home soil. That's why you see me saying at the big fans, people may not go watch that match. 1K, you know go bend, you go one side. Make sure you watch that match. If you are in Uyo to say, if you want to travel, you should be traveling now, maybe. That game is big because we need to win them. See, they asked me a question on radio the other time. I say, Kizike, which team is under pressure? And I said, why you ask questions like that? Nigeria is under pressure because during the World Cup qualifier, it was them, but they beat us 2-1 in a neutral ground, on a neutral ground in Ivory Coast. And when you look at that result, that has given them the mind, a big mindset. They have all it takes now to come out wide, but we can contain them. We drew in June. In June, we did not win any game. We got just a point. We lost to Benin Republic away from home. We played against South Africa. We drew in. We got a draw in Nigeria here, and that draw was not good enough. So now we are playing at that place again, the best stadium Nigeria have, Gospel Akpabio International Stadium, comes Saturday, 5 p.m. Just tell me, why can't we grind them? They don't have anything to lose somehow. That's why they play with pleasure and they play without fear. When I say they don't have anything to lose, they know they are playing against a bigger team. They know Nigerians stand out. 3-time African champion in quotes, no doubt. But when you're going to play against a Nigerian side who I feel somehow have lost that fear. Maybe not the fears again now. If you want to go play Nigeria, say, oh, Nigeria, not, oh. But you want to count the players, the likes of Onyeka, Alex Iwobi, Calvin Barnes, Osimhen, Boniface. You want to go by numbers and names. We get names now. But do we have the team? I wish Igwe all the best. But before we go on a break, let's tell you about the Under-20 Women's World Cup. Germany edged out Nigeria side in the trailer match. The Falconets of Nigeria lost to Germany in the second group game of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup with a fun. Despite an impressive performance, the Nigerian team was undone by goals from Alara Sahita, Sophia Zedel, and Sarah Ernest. Now, the Falconet Chamaka Ogochukwu scored the only goal for Nigeria, equalizing early in the second half, but the Germans regained their lead and sealed the win, and that was in the stoppage time. Now, it's time for us to go on a break. But when we return, it will be time for us to bring you your comments for yesterday's shows, European football news, and then other sporting stories. You don't want to miss. Please stay with us.
With gratitude to God for a life well spent, the family of Ayinla Fatunke announces the passing away of our father, grandfather, uncle, and brother, Pa Benjamin Babatunde Ayinla Fatunke, who passed away on the 30th of July 2024 at the age of 96. Service of songs and wake at Genesis Hall, Yaba Baptist Church, 19 to 23 Commercial Avenue by Raymond Street, Yaba, Lagos. Time 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Lying in state between 9 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. and celebration of life service by 10 a.m. at the same venue. Interment follows immediately. Announcer Mayowa Fatunke for the family. With sincere condolences from the Voice of the People family.
All right, you're welcome back again. You're still watching the Sports Republic show right here on Voice of the People TV. I want to ask you this question. Okay, we will have the comments. Let's get those comments for yesterday. But before then, let me ask you this question. People are talking about it a lot, and I told you I'll be on the street hopefully for today. But before tomorrow, yes, when the show continues tomorrow, I'll bring the talks from the people on the outside, Nigerians. And the question would not be far from you. The question is, do you think it's right for Nigeria to invite Victor Osimhen to the squad despite the fact that he's not played a game for a long time? That is a question. And then we'll ask him questions. What about the move to Galatasaray? Was it a right move for Osimhen to turn down offer from big club like Chelsea and then not going to Saudi Arabia? I mean, all of this talk point, but then we have to get the prediction as well for people who are going to say, yes, Nigeria will get the result right. Can we win the game? Are we good enough? Are we ready to go? And I'm asking you watching me right now, do you think it's right for Victor Osimhen to be in that squad? Because people are saying he shouldn't be called up. What kind of Nigerian team is this? Why would someone have not played the game? They can't para, they talk and they play it, talk. I don't know. What you make about that? Do you think it's right for Victor Osimhen to be in the squad? He joins the team today and he will play in that very game. Just maybe he might not get a start. So we have the likes of Chukwueze, Iheanacho is there, Awoni is there, Boniface is there. So we are good to go. Not be say we're not reach you. We are good to go. But the part where Victor Osimhen, because for me, I know a lot of teams, I don't want to say good teams, a lot of teams I know, and if you put me under pressure, I'm going to call names. A lot of teams would not invite their player or good player who have not played for a long time. Not like he's out of the squad, but because he's not played the game. Well, some people are saying, however, that Victor Osimhen's inclusion in the team is a big boost. I said, why? And they said he's a big guy and then he will motivate the players. But if Osimhen plays if Osimhen starts on Saturday, 5 p.m., I'm just asking this question. You know how Nigerian fans can be now. You know now. Don't be saying they carry the talk, and I know how Nigeria they do. If Osimhen gets to start that game, and I like to look at the A and the B part, and he finally did not play well, I'm just saying, don't you think mouths will be waggling on Iguavon? So Iguavon, if you hear me now, if he call you now, man, if he call you, wait. I'll see. No, let me not call you. Let me hold you on that. Right, let me see. Let me hold you. Now, if you can do it right, I will give you all of the support. If you still don't do it well, we go talk. You know, say our mouth not too good. Media people, radio, TV, not the hear what. We just like to talk about it, but the way it is. And that's why we are voice of the people. We like to say it positively, and we then give you a voice, more than a voice, so you can actually get to tell us. Now, the question is I'm asking, do you think it's right for the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, to invite Victor Osimhen to the national team? How good will the invitation of Victor Osimhen to the team get Nigeria to the next phase? Do you think that's a right one, or you think it's not a right one? You'll tell me. But let's give you some top stories in the way away from that before we go back to some big stock again. Now, the 2024 Paralympic Wogu, that's the name, wins silver in women's powerlifting. Esther Wogo, a Nigerian powerlifting athlete, has won a silver medal in the women's up to 41 kg silver medal in the women's category at the Paris Paralympic game. This is the Nigerian second medal in the very tournament. And I must tell you, following by Eniola Bolaji's bronze in power badminton, Wogo set 2 new Paralympic records with a final lift of 112 kg and 118 kg. But China Zhengkoi secured a gold medal with a record medal adds to Wogo. Now, I must tell you, this silver medal adds to Wogo's impressive collection, bringing our total to 9 medals across various international competition, including gold, silver, and bronze. So congratulations to that lady. Wogo sounds Nigerian Igbo. And I mean Nigeria, she's Nigerian, yes. She's our own, we go celebrate her. But the name is Igbo, Wogo, for those who know what I mean. Now, let's let you know that the president of Nigeria is also in the story. You could call it our presidential honor, because President Tinubu himself has come to praise Eniola Bolaji for her impressive win of a bronze medal in the power badminton at the Paralympic Games going on in Paris. Now, Bolaji's success has brought great pride to Nigerians and serves as a motivating force for many young athletes who look up to her as a role model. The president's recognition for her achievements highlights the importance of supporting and celebrating Nigerian athletes who excel on the international stage. Please, I like to say this. While I talk about the celebration, I must let you know that it's good to talk about your own very person. You need to watch your people. You need to give them accolades. Let's quickly talk about Ademola Lookman before I go to the next phase. I love to get Ademola Lookman's clip again. So you need to know. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to do a comment on that. Ademola Lookman. Okay, no, let's get the comments first. Then we'll bring Ademola Lookman. We need to learn to celebrate our own. See, I talk him and I will talk him again. You see this CAF award. While the comment is getting ready, you see this CAF award. If CAF, and I mean CAF is the Confederation of African Football. So that's the The president is Patrice Motsepe, South African man. I know they fight him. I know they fight. I mean, I know Nigerian South African rivalry in sports. I know. I'm not fighting him. But if they not give Ademola Lookman that thing, now this kind of person could say if you go resign. But you know, say everyone not too clear. So if you go resign, now you know. But I'm just trying to tell you, Ademola Lookman needs to be the man to win the CAF best player. But let's get the comments of yesterday and let's see what we have, what you said or what you sent. Okay, now this one says, Tid Oluwani, that's the name, Oluwani folks, I hope I got it right. He said, Eguavoz should not disappoint us, but I see Nigeria getting the 6 points. It sounds good to know. What else do I have? This one says, Ekamili says, the only way we can win is to fill in the right players. Avoid who know who. Please, bring it back to me before we go to the next one. You know, this is crazy. Why do people keep saying this? But it works, so. You don't say me, I'll be sport presenter, I don't like to talk about politics. For politics, I think go talk with you, I go talk, and they can't carry me because I feel they get all temper, I not to the like her. You don't understand? I think go talk with you, and they say, this is the presenter, carry him. What am I trying to say? Avoid waiting who know who. It means, and it got me thinking, it got me reminiscing, I'm thinking, I'm saying, how will the best not be fielded? Why? You know what I always say to people? You might not like me. You might, in a working organization, you don't need to like someone before you give him. You might not like me, but like the job now. You don't understand? That's why I love some foreign coaches. If a player is not doing well with the manager, by character-wise and attitude and the rest of that, just a quote to say, and he's not doing well, what do you do? But he's a good player. You play him now. You don't understand? You go play him. Let me say go. So that message sends a message to a Guavon. Let the best be fielded. International call is a short period of time, yes, I know. But let the best be fielded. Not go put player away, we say, you go just go put there, we all can go there. Say, I beg. See, it's a national call, it's an interval, it's too short. Please, let's get more comments before we move to the next phase. Okay, yes, that one would go. Now, this one says, the Super Eagles have a good job to do. Osimhen said they camp. He's worried. He's wondering. That's Ezonye 7643. She went, I think it's a lady, Ezonye, or I don't know if it's a lady or a guy. He or she went as far as saying, just like Ikeba said, we have an indisciplined team, but we can be better. Yes. Do we have an indisciplined team? Do you think so? She said so. This one says, I got this one before. Who know who? Do I have another one again? Let's get comments coming quickly. This one says, these guys should run and not think it's a walk in the park. They look more like models. Do you know James Duru? I know what he's saying. Yesterday, sorry, hold on, stay with me. Yesterday when we talked about this, James Duru, I know what he meant. We brought the clip where the Super Eagles were training in Rio. You know how they train now. You know say our boys fine. But guess what they hype them. Normally, if now fine until they look, now we go win now. We get here, we get dressed. See, if you see them, say, you know, say they get money. If you see them, normally, they are jogging, saying a professional jogging. If not be this table where they are, I forgive you one or two jogging. They're good. They make sense. They're set. But, did you hear what he said? He said they look like models. It's not a walk in the park. These players need to know that, see, the only way they bring us together now, football, and they tell you, see football, shout out to other sports, right? But football brings us together. It unites us. Football does not care whether you are from Ishekiri, Yoruba, whether now you be Delta Basin, or you be Bini, Edo, or we know the year this one. Once the football, the north, the east, the west, the south, we come together to achieve a common goal. Does it work? We should get it right. Let's get another comment. That comment that came the other time, we can bring it out to you quickly. Yes, this one says, Benin Republic shouldn't be a threat to us. You see, yes, they won us the last time in Ivory Coast, but this time, they won't even see a draw. Ijo. They won't see a draw. Well done, Kizike. Okay, thank you so much, David Gregory. Do we have more comments coming? Okay, this one says, sometimes I wonder why we invited Victor Osimhen to our national team. It's so weird to see him play after being, he talked about after being what? After being, what's that? Okay, after being off club football for a while. Spotlight Hub TV. Okay, I don't know if I can get more comments, but on my mobile here, let me get to read the comments we have live. Kelly O'Hay says, do I have more? Do I have more comments there? Okay, so I have Kelly O'Hay, and this one says, yes, he deserves to be nominated. Okay, Ademola Lookman, shout out to you. And also, Lookman Gabamidele has come to say, Eagles should have won the first game against Benin Republic, but the moment Eagles scored first, they developed big legs. That's Olugbe Ngabamidele. He went as far as saying Raw might wait for that opportunity again. And they fear that man. Mo, they worry for that man. Now, also, he said again, remember the Michael Obi and Igalo's combination against Cameroon. Raw could deploy those China goals again. What's China goals? I would love to know more. And also, he said, this was we call it a China goal, but it was Raw's goal. Okay, Olugbe Nga, you explain better. Now, I got this one, say it again. His name is Isapere. Or General, I hope I got the name right. Shout out to you guys. He said Super Eagles should play as a team, not individual football. You didn't hear this thing. Not be saying I won't go there. I be Victor Boniface by Leverkusen. They're not to do that one. It's a teamwork. Collectively, they need to achieve those goals. It's so big. They need to understand that we cannot do this thing individually. Not be saying you should play, but now teamwork. That's why I call it football. Now, if not be teamwork, I'm just wanting. You know the story. But so let's give them all of the support and all of the best they need to, get right come Saturday. But please, if you're in New York, please make sure you see that game. And also, I want to take out this time to thank you also for joining us on the show. Tomorrow will be another day on the show. We'll talk about more. We'll give you more updates about the Super Eagles and the way it unfolds. I'll tell you that tomorrow will be a different version. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know, if you can't speak English, we'll come back to the language. So now pidgin, then they call them. But top stories coming your way now. Football abuse. Spain should lose 2030 World Cup slot if racism persists there. That's Vinicius Jr. saying that. Time will not let me to go into detail about this very one, but we know he's been racially abused so many times. Vinicius Jr., you know why he's saying this? And it takes me back to talk about Michael Jackson. He said a word, it doesn't matter if you're black or white. How does my skin color affect what I do? I'm doing well for the club and I'm doing, saying no to racism is not part of the game. Wrapping up the show, I gave you this headline before we call it a day. That is the counter talk. Watching Mo Salah go would be hurtful. These Jazz has come to say that, yes, I'm a Liverpool player, but we don't want to see Salah go. And that's just how it is. He's a good player. He's a world-class player. He's an underrated player. Salah is Mo. Mo is Salah. He's a play ball that Yusuf, you know, say good. But I need to go now. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. This is the Sports Republic show. It comes your way again tomorrow, and the time will be 11 a.m. Nigerian time. Please keep a date with me. But then those comments, keep them coming. I would like to bring them again back on your screen so we can talk about it tomorrow. We have the midday news coming up next, and the time would be, or the time is, 12 p.m. Nigerian time. So you don't want to go anywhere. We have it here on and on and on and on. Just keep going. Don't miss out. My name remains Kizike, and I'm your host. Don't forget, I am the only football player. I don't see that kind of thing without a jersey. Tomorrow, I will see you. Stay with us.